Smash. Will you play me on the internet?
You
Let me
don't
know
have
how
to
that
come
works
to me
for you.
first. I'll pay you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, looks like Koppel did beat Palpable Blade 2-0 to make that top 8. So it'll be Mario versus King K. Rool, almost canonical. Almost canonical.
And here we are, winners finals of Shell Shock number 14. We are watching Big Boss and Javi, both newer to the scene. I just don't remember if they were here last week, but as far as I know, they did not play in season number 1. So two newcomers to this tournament, battling it out to see who's going to go to the grand finals.
Also, Mexico bragging rights. Both
Right.
players are from Mexico. You'll see the Mexican players, like they had Gente. Like they all have numbers, so I'm assuming that's where that comes from. I knew Javi was from that area. I wasn't aware that Big Boss was, so that's cool to see.
So that's like a thing for like the region or something?
Yeah, you'll see.
Oh.
I think Meister's Gente Nueve.
Really?
I think so. I can't remember which number it is.
I'm pretty sure that's correct because Game & Watch stuff.
That makes sense.
But so
That's
far,
pretty
Javi's
cool.
getting off to a good lead here. Big Boss trying to work his way back in and try to take advantage, but Javi's just been so solid holding that center stage and spacing with those cloud aerials.
I feel like this stage is one that I think advantages R.O.B still a little bit more than Cloud. I think R.O.B can really use those platforms for some of his attacks and really can catch you on some of those. And with how big that neutral area is, sometimes you think you're going to be safe trying to catch a platform, and really you're not. So, I think
Cloud though on this stage is he can up B on stage, and that'll give him a lot of mix-ups in terms of how he lands with it. He can either like drop the platform, he can stay on the platform, but Javi's mostly just been spacing aerials, and just really keeping that center stage, which can be hard to break on a stage like Battlefield. And he has the first stock. He has a small lead right now, but let's see if Big Boss can get those patented edge guards or those down throw he's going for.
gonna have to do it. Yep. That is one scary spot to be when you are at those higher percentages in this game, is on the top platform of Battlefield with someone sitting beneath you.
Don't need to confirm at that point.
Nope. Oh, there you go, getting caught with the forward air straight into the up air on that top platform. 48% onto Javi in his second stock here. He took the first lead, and now he's trailing by just a tiny bit here in stock number 2. Going to try and bring it right back. Getting caught again with that neutral air, which is just, every time I see it, still just such a strange move with the way it works and where the hitbox goes. So again with it on the first level platform, tries to catch him with an up tilt, but no doing. Getting him with the limit attack and now chasing him off stage. Still a juggle situation and not going to find a way to finish it off.
And Big Boss is really doing a good job of keeping Javi away. Javi's aggression is usually like very calculated and safe, but he's just kind of been poking him and throwing him back to the corner of the stage. And if you know to keep that lead, but just like that, Javi. Oh, I've never.
What just happened?
He fell out of R.O.B up smash. I've never seen that before.
Wow.
Yeah, he punished the Cloud up smash with his own. And I don't know if because of like how Cloud's hitbox shifts after he does his up smash, that he just fell out of R.O.B. That was really weird.
I don't think I've ever seen that either.
So yeah, just like that, this game dead even, but Javi getting another one of those patented back air kills.
That was a risky move, I think, there by Big Boss, just coming in real close while he was charging up air and just air dodging back down to the ground right at the last minute. Was almost able to make something of it, but didn't last too long before Javi got a good read, was able to finish off that stock.
Javi using the platform to extend that combo, and just like that, he already has Big Boss up to 84%. Still holding on to this max rage on stock number 2. So Big Boss needs to clear out this stock really quick, because Cloud is a rage monster himself, has a lot of kill options after those recent buffs.
Look, we are at 175 to 117, up to 187, almost catching him with the fully charged laser and the forward air right before he's able to get back down to the platform, right before he gets to the stage, is going to finish off the stock. Getting as much extra credit as he can, 18%. Not going to get any more before he gets the shield. The roll back into stage, charging a limit just a little bit, getting the forward air, pushing Big Boss off, but still trying to find it. And finally does with the golf swing. Finishing off through the ceiling, taking game number 1.
Yeah, Javi just played really solid from start to finish that game. He lost momentum here and there, but he definitely kept his composure, didn't overextend when he didn't need to. And he played a really solid game. But Big Boss, he has the counter pick now. He's probably going to try to pick a bigger stage to make Cloud chase him around the stage a little more. I'd imagine something like Town or Talos if he can get there. But we'll see.
That's one thing that, I guess I was about to lie. I was about to say that's the one thing I miss about in-person tournaments and commentating is seeing where they make their stage selection. There's about a million things I miss about in-person tournaments, but that is one thing I do miss. Is
higher on the list.
Yeah, there's about so many things higher on the list, but as a commentator, that's one thing I'd like to see, was able to see where they were going to pick before they actually started the match.
No character switch, which
Maybe.
I kind of doubt it. These,
yeah.
As far as I know, both these players only play these characters. Javi had a more diverse cast of characters in Smash 4, where he mostly played Sheik and on some Cloud, but I haven't seen him play much else. Except for, I think he might have a Link in this game. I could be wrong, but I don't see anyone switching here.
No switcheroo.
Probably just had to pick the stage. So, getting into game 2, where are we going?
Let's go to Brinstar.
Sure.
Sure, do it.
Yep, we did see the Kalos pick. I think this is gonna be a good counter pick for Big Boss. Although this does benefit Cloud in terms of being able to mix up his recovery with that wall jump. But Rob has more space to work with now, and also the blast zones being bigger, he's going to live longer, which Javi was finding a lot more early kills.
That's one thing I think some people don't really consider is those characters when they're making this Kalos pick, is some of those characters who really can't take advantage of the wall jumps.
I think it's still a good pick for Big Boss regardless, though. Just being that I think positives outweigh the negatives here for him. One thing I've noticed about Big Boss's playstyle in general is he very much is unreliant on side B, which you'll see a lot of Robs like spam that when they're in ledge trap situations.
Yeah.
But he more so goes for gyro setups, which I think is interesting, and also just like finds a lot of kills off the down throw, which I don't see as reliably for other players.
Yeah, he definitely is one of those characters that, or one of those players with Rob that have a good flow chart, have an idea of where you're going to go, and do a great job of making a read. And I think both those things speak to that. You know, when you're uncomfortable or unsure, it's a whole lot easier to throw out that side B or to throw out the down throw and then automatically try and catch him with an up air. But as you mentioned earlier in this matchup, we haven't seen him really using that quote-unquote normal Rob flowchart in those down throws, and we've seen him do a great job of trying to make some good hard reads when they've been trying to get out of that berry.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out when Javi picked that first stock is he covered every single option with that limit blade beam. He did like the pivot release on it and turned it all the way around, so I covered roll, covered neutral, get up, it covered hang on a ledge, covered jump, so that was really impressive.
Oh.
Finding the back air is Big Boss, so has a bit of a hill to climb here, not too big for Rob, and those cloud stocks can evaporate from time to time. But Javi has been just super consistent with his recoveries from every post that we've seen.
Really has been. He's making as much out of this as he can. He started this one stock. He had 58% extra credit going into this stock, and has just continued that right off the platform. Put 116 on him before he was touched by Big Boss.
Yeah, and it's just, you just see like that top player approach. Like, because like Javi, I believe if he wasn't quite PDR, he was at least here at 51 at one point in Smash 4. Being MKLO's cousin, like he gets a lot of good experience and he understands the game really well. And you just see that with how he approaches every single game.
Wait, he's MKLO's cousin?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they teamed a lot in Smash 4. They were static for a while. They won a lot of majors.
That's neat.
But what's also neat is getting that dash attack where you also pick up the gyro. So getting a lot of early stocks here, getting some damage at the golden percent. So we'll see what Javi can do with it.
caught with an up air, landing it on the platform on the side. Big Boss trying to get him with some of those up tilts, throwing out the gyro, trying to make something work. Catches him with the neutral air and trying to push him off stage, but no doing. Missing with the limit attack is Javi. Again, just trying to find something with that up, with the up B and nothing doing.
And you're seeing the double-edged sword of this counter pick coming in. Being that Javi has been consistently holding center stage and playing so smart, that Big Boss really hasn't had an opportunity to get him in a bad spot to take those stocks. So Javi just living a lot longer and doing a lot better with the big stage, even though this is Big Boss's counter pick.
The grab throws him back throw, barely missing the ledge, going right off stage. Good read on the get up, able to get the forward air to keep him in disadvantage. Tries to get another read here, short hopping around, was unable to find it, but able to turn around with the limit attack and finish it off. Javi is going to, oh no, this is final, so this one is best of 5.
Yeah.
Move on. Javi is moving on to game number 3 with a 2-game lead. That's what I was gonna say.
Yep, absolutely. No tricks here.
Yep.
That very much like, even though it was a high 2 stock, that felt a lot more dominant for Javi. He never really seemed like he was in disadvantage that entire game. It was pretty much just Big Boss to get some tic-tac damage here and there, while Javi still like maintained the flow of the game. I'd expect perhaps Big Boss will probably pick a smaller stage, something like a Smashville or an FD. Just because Javi was using the space so much better than he was. Or even, he might even just go back to Battlefield.
I was gonna say, I think he talk about small stages. Battlefield is you know, keeps it nice and compact for you, but you know, you gotta think I think that you know, I'm trying to remember. You know, thinking back to that one, he probably didn't lose any better or worse than he did at Kalos. So you gotta think about where he wants to go.
Wasn't game 1 last hit?
I don't think so. Maybe?
I thought Born was, but it doesn't matter. We're on to game 2.
Where are we? Where are we going? Where are we going? Battlefield.
Battlefield.
You called it.
I'm 2 for 2 so far this set.
What a smart guy you are.
I try. But yeah, I think this makes sense. Just being with how games 1 and 2 went, he had more success when it was more compact and he can utilize the platforms to create zones that Javi has to work his way through. But Javi also uses these platforms very well. He extends his combos. I think Javi's confident wherever this matchup is played, though. He seems to be very comfortable with it.
Had to with an up B, finishing off on that platform. Big Boss doing a good job of getting that laser out just before he grabbed the ledge to get as much damage as he can onto Big Boss, chasing him around. Connecting with that neutral air as he recovers and hits the ground. Getting hit by the gyro that was tossed up in the air, and now trying to kind of reset, take a little bit of a breath. Both these players here are sitting back, waiting for the other one to approach.
One charges gyro, one charges limit, and we are back in the action. Almost dying to that up air. Not the greatest DI, but he is living, and you're gonna see him. Yep.
Oh!
One of those Big Boss gyro ledge trap. You don't see those as often nowadays in Smash 4 as compared to, I mean, you don't see them as often as in Ultimate as you did in Smash 4, but Big Boss showing he is a pro at those still.
Wow, he has just put on 60 straight damage with that string right there, but finally able to reverse the field and getting him. I was not expecting that mix up with the back air just as he recovers, predicted and knew that Big Boss was going to go high and finishing off that stock.
Yeah, Javi just really understands when to take those risks. Like, just going off stage for a back air is something you'd always expect from Cloud, but he knows when he's down and when he needs to make something happen, which you don't always see from players that are behind. But still, Big Boss undeterred, still has stage control, very low percent in the second stock. Javi back in center stage, which is where he really thrives. Charging that limit.
Team with the falling down air, throws the gyro straight up in the air, barely missing it. Was Javi catching him with the cross slash, trying to put the pressure on. We see him, this is kind of his go-to ledge trap, just the short hop, keeping all of his options available. Has full limit charge now as Big Boss recovers nice and high. Big Boss thinking, what am I gonna do? And kicking him with the up smash neutral air, and then nope, not able to get back and get a shield down in time, and there goes the limit attack. He was coming up on that 15 seconds. He knew he had to use it. Might as well throw it out and hope that Big Boss is going to run into it.
Which is why Big Boss was recovering so high. He was really trying to time out that limit more, which is something that players don't always think about, and it's super helpful. That was probably the biggest nerf that Cloud got in this game, is that you can't just hold limit forever, which honestly very deserved.
Yeah.
That's another benefit of the stage too for R.O.B. is he has two platforms that he can kill earlier with that up throw.
Yeah, that tombstone can really gets a little bit of a buff on this stage compared to some other stage with those platforms.
Wow, lots of damage coming here from Big Boss. Has that driver just sitting there getting in the way. That check not quite gonna do it for Javi.
Oh,
We're back
man,
here.
What a way to just be patient there. Saw the Big Boss was holding that shield there and thought, you know, hey, this guy is going to drop it when he thinks I'm going to land. He's going to try and trap my landing. Probably with a neutral air, he's really done that and really called him out. The second that shield dropped, he caught him with that aerial and finished off the stock.
Will Javi make the comeback here? Will he win the set for Yo, or will Big Boss push this to a game 4? So far, it's looking like this is Javi's game, building momentum, keeping R.O.B in disadvantage. And this Javi just really thrives at taking the momentum back. Even when he's been down the whole game, he somehow just knows how to like pick those spots and make the opponent just be like, oh, I had such a big lead. Now what?
Ooh, starting a big combo with his throwing his gyro back in his face, but Big Boss able to barely miss it, catches him with the up smash, gonna chase him along, but falling right back down, getting caught with the up smash, but no, it's not going to be enough. He is still living.
R.O.B's anything will kill at this point. If he can get a grab here, he can get a up air, up smash conversion. But he
get
is
back to the stage though. Oh, don't let him charge that limit too much.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna, no, it doesn't.
Yep,
got it. No, barely okay. I thought he was gonna survive that for a second. I was gonna say, are you kidding me?
That was
Funny.
a really good play by Big Boss going for that down smash, because Javi's been trying to challenge him super high when he's been going for those high up B recoveries. So he recognized that and just immediate drop down smash, so that way he could get Javi in that bad position off stage.
Yep. And that had to have been frustrating for a second. I thought he was gonna make it back, but just with the zero charge laser, just with how much percent Javi had on him, was enough to finish it off and make him survive to game number 4.
Yeah, I don't know if Javi would be able to make that back regardless, but throwing out that laser for good measure after the air dodge reviews was 100% what Big Boss needed to do there.
Exactly. It's like, hey, just don't even take the chance. just eat some laser, please.
Yes, sir. See you in game 4. So Javi has been utilizing space really well in this matchup, which is weird considering he's the one that's not the zoner. So I could see like an FD or a town.
Keep in mind,
he's been killing him off the side, so I could see town or Smashville.
DSR is not a thing in these online tournaments, so we could always see him go back too.
I don't think he will, because those Battlefield games have been very back and forth. So I think he'd sooner pick a different stage where he can kill earlier with those back airs. Go Yoshi's story. Makes sense.
Welcome to Yoshi's Battlefield.
Yoshi's Battlefield. But like Yoshi's is different enough from Battlefield that I think it has a spot. As much as the tilting on the sides can be annoying, the slants I mean, but having the smallest blast zones out of the legal stages definitely makes it a counter pick in every sense of the word.
I agree. I think even just the slants really make it a lot bigger of an adjustment than a lot of folks realize too.
Mm-hmm. And having that small bottom blast zone too can really catch you off guard in some bad situations where you're not hit when you don't expect to.
Yeah, especially some of those characters that really like to go deep and with some of their recoveries and mix things up or really make you wait and be patient for them to recover. You know, you'll play some people who just don't have the most awareness, and sometimes they're thinking, okay, well, I got some room here, and then, oh, what, I'm dead?
I was talking about how he hasn't been going for a lot of those conversions, but when he finally does, he gets a stock at 67% off of a nair to side B. Really good stuff from Big Boss.
Yep, Big Boss trying to catch him with that full charge laser as he's recovering, but Javi not falling for it, getting the shield out, making it as hard as he can for Big Boss to get back. Really trying to just finish out the stock without taking any damage. Big Boss saying no way, getting up, catching him with that forward air. Oh! I thought he was going to fall for it. He did not.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He will get that narrows a move. It was one of the best moves in Smash 4. Not used as much in this game, but still has those niche uses.
And I forgot about Smash 4 Cloud for a minute.
It was terrible, and I'm really glad it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
He killed doubles in that game straight out.
Well, isn't that the only thing, really in most of Smash, the only time any characters really have been straight up banned in any sense was double clouds?
Oh, no. You don't know about Brawl Meta Knight and Brawl Ice Climbers.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I forgot. I was really not involved in the Brawl scene at all, so
I wasn't
did not remember
like,
that, but
I've gotten my history lesson from the Brawl that's in Smash 4.
yeah.
This isn't Smash 4, this is Ultimate. And Cloud is a much more reasonable character in this game. And Javi, thinking he's not reasonable enough that he's not worth playing, he still thinks he's a good character, obviously, especially with all those buffs coming through.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely brought this one back after losing that stock really early on that first stock. But getting that laser, oh, yep, he
Yeah.
had to do that. He had to try to drive him down with him. He did not have a shot.
Great awareness by Big Boss just to pull out of that one and realize, oh, nope, not worth it.
Javi's still in this, however, Big Boss getting some big damage to start off.
A good string he put right there. I had only 27 damage on that. I'm actually surprised. Thought it would have been more.
Yeah, R.O.B does put on damage in a lot of different ways, but still, even like on a smart string like that, doing 27 and stuff, you just need that.
Oh, no. He's just one of those characters where I feel like I get hit like 4 times and I look down and I'm like, what, 67? How'd that happen? Most of the time.
Yep. Javi just knows when he's down in in these situations that he has to go out and make something happen off stage. And he always finds that opening, whether it be the first or second time. But has his work cut out for him here. Down 50% still. Will he make one of those patented Javi comebacks, or will Big Boss hold on and get this to a game 5?
Could chuck down the gyro, not going to do it, gets it again, tries to set it up as a trap, but then decides, hey, I'm going to try and hit it with it, misses it, goes off the stage, and it looks like he's playing a little bit more patient now.
Yeah, he understands that he doesn't have to commit here, and he's just getting that tic-tac damage in here, so that way Javi can't get his opening that he needs, but just like that, here it comes.
Yep, don't want to give him the opening.
Finally punishes that cross slash on shield. That's been a nemesis for Big Boss this entire set. Yeah, I think that's a bit of Wi-Fi coming in there where it's harder to punish on line.
Yeah.
Line. Definitely still a good move on shield, but R.O.B does have that forward air.
Oh. I'd say he had the limit, but didn't really get as much as he wanted out of it.
Gyro's been playing bodyguard on that limit blade beam for most of the set.
Yeah. One of the best parts about R.O.B is you do have that little bodyguard friend.
One of the best projectiles in the game for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It is one of the only projectiles too that is essentially unique the entire game. I learned that when I played a R.O.B against an Isabel main one time, and they put it in their pocket and never gave it back. It's like,
yeah, that'll happen.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's how projectiles go though. But that down smash will take it. So getting us to a game 5. Big Boss is trying to make this reverse 3-0.
Keeping it real interesting here in winners finals at Shell Shocked 14. Winner of this, of course, is going to move on to the grand finals, and then loser will move down to the losers finals. Right now, down in the losers bracket, we are in the losers quarterfinals. We're looking at Mr. Worldwide is going to be playing Myth on stream. We'll see that soon, and SMB will be playing the winner of Floyd versus K-Sev. So we still have some awesome talent, some awesome matches here coming up. So appreciate you guys sticking around and spending your Thursday evening here watching some Smash action here with Aura. And you know, if you really have liked what you've seen, throw us a subscribe. We really appreciate it. Also follow us here on follow us on Twitter, as well as we got a YouTube channel, Instagram, everything that you want to find out. If you really like what we've been throwing out there, would really appreciate the support.
I didn't have to say anything there. You had the whole board down.
Been working on it.
In the mirror every morning. All right, this is my pitch.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. That's what, when I drive to work. It's like, what am I gonna say on comms tonight? Yeah. All right, looks like.
I'll be really thinking this one over.
Yep, making a change. I always forget the Kiwi plays DDD until I hop on here and see that big smiling DDD twice.
Yeah, I've
in
been
the
thinking
lobby.
about why I hate those characters, but I think I love playing the characters everyone hates, but that's probably a topic for a different day.
Going to
What?
FD.
FD.
I think this makes sense, being that Javi has been doing better on the stages with more room to work with, and also Rob is just gonna have a hard time getting at a disadvantage here. And Javi showed just like his prowess on the stage too, playing against SMB. Just really looked dominant on this stage.
Yep.
But if Big Boss can get him in the corner, it's gonna be hard for Javi to get out, and not really having any platforms to get out of that corner.
True, but I think we one not a huge thing, but one thing that Big Boss has done a great job with is just doing a great job of those tech chases and really doing a good job with his spacing and dragging players across the entire stage when he gets a chance with those just perfect micro movements and those down tilts.
Also noticed that his zoning on Javi has gotten a lot more effective as the set's gone on. He's been more comfortable in the corner, mixing up with his gyro, getting those lasers in. Javi's had a hard time getting through that wall as the set's gone on, and he definitely is not making that one back.
Nope. Great awareness, great little string put together by Big Boss. He is up in game number 5, trying to make that reverse 3-0, getting as much extra credit as he can. Already 30% put onto Cloud. 40, can he make it more? Oh, he can make it an entire stock is what he can make it.
Yeah, this is looking rough for Javi now. That gyro has just destroyed him this game. Both of those edge guards being thanks to that gyro.
Yep. And it's like you wonder, like he just seems so confident here. We saw him on stream last match just really do well here at FD, and it's like you wonder, it's like, was he just saving this one for if he had to pull it out for game number 5?
Yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to keeping his feet on stage. That's where Javi he's typically been very good about that, but these are the first 2 serious gimps that we've seen on him since I've seen him play on stream.
Yeah, it's true.
Definitely has a very big, long hill road, whatever metaphor you want to use for to say that he's very far behind. So,
Yep.
grabs the gyro as he's
Yeah.
taking it back.
He totally did that on purpose.
Oh, he had to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either directional air dodge and also picked it up, but either way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Back on stage. He really has to seal out this stock sooner than later on Big Boss. And Javi definitely someone that's not afraid to go out for those edge guards when he needs them. And Big Boss recognizing that, taking his time, making it back to stage, and does get back to ledge.
Yeah, that's something that I have noticed ever since you pointed it out first. Just every single time that Javi has had a full limit charge, Big Boss has really taken his time on his second. Whenever he's been off stage, is really utilizing every bit of that fuel that Rob has. But didn't think you would get to this point with the way that last stock went, but we are even here in stocks. Javi has a lot to make up, but it's not impossible at this point.
Yeah, I like Big Boss coming out swinging with that invincibility on the side B just to see if he can catch a jump there.
Yep.
You're at such low percent, there's virtually no risk there.
And it's such a good attack if you land it.
Down throw, does he get it? Not quite. But up smash will take it. And Javi going down 3-2 to Big Boss. Big Boss with a really, really impressive reverse 3-0.
That